Deconstructing a $1 million sales funnel. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what did it take to build an actual funnel that generated over $1 million by showing you exactly what are the steps, the different pages, the different price point, the strategy, the mindset behind it, so that literally you can use it as well in whatever market that you're in, whether you want to sell digital products, whether you want to sell physical products, whether you want to sell services, whether you want to sell more coaching, whether you want to sell high ticket. I'm going to walk you through why you need to have a sales process, how you can do that and build it up, all these different pages without being a programmer, designer, or coder, and ultimately, how do you actually have this implemented. So let's talk about the important numbers that you must know when it comes to building, growing, and scaling an online sales process. What if I told you that when it comes to growing and building and scaling your business, it all comes down to just knowing these two numbers? Do you know what they are? I'm talking about the first number being, how much does it cost you to acquire a customer? That's number one. And number two, how much is an average customer worth? 15 years ago, if you owned a business and if you wanted to get more reach, more visibility, more sales, more leads, what were your options back then? You would have to advertise on radio, TV, newspaper, magazines. You would have no idea what your returns would be after spending thousands of dollars. But today, what is the difference? Today, you literally can go to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, and any one of us, including you, can go to Facebook right now and you can tell Facebook, I want to spend $100 today. And on the same day, today, by spending $100, you would know if you got back, say, $200 in sales. If that happens, what do? You spend $500, see if you can get back $1,000 in sales. If that happens, you spend $1,000, see if you can get back $2,000. That's called scaling. Write that down. Scaling is all math. If you advertise on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Google, you will know literally how much money you spent and how many customers you got, and at the same time, how much is a customer worth. So what does this mean? It means that right now behind me, there is this framework that shows you exactly these two numbers. On my right hand side over here, this is cost per acquisition, which means how much does it cost to acquire a customer. Now imagine this, if you spent $100 today and you got 5 sales, how much did it cost you to acquire a customer? How much is that? That's $100 divided by 5, right? So that would be $20 to acquire a customer. Now on my right hand side here, you are seeing different ads that I'm running on Facebook. Like literally, one of the things that I got my team to do is this. Now this book in my hand here is called Platform Closing. We launched this about a year ago. And what my team did is they documented about the first 2,000 sales that we made from the first month when we launched it, and we made about $80,000+ in sales. And one thing I want to share with you is, if you take a look at the top right hand side, it says average cart value. Now that number represents how much a customer is worth every time they go through this sales process. Now what does this even mean? This means that every time a person goes through my sales funnel, or every time we give a book away, whenever somebody pays for this book, that's how much a customer is worth, over $40. So in other words, on the right hand side right now, these are all of different costs associated to acquiring a customer. So this first ad here, it cost me $18.86 to acquire a customer, right? The second ad here cost me $20.80 to acquire a customer. The third one is $17.94. Now, depending on how good or bad is based on your targeting, who your audience is, the choice of image, your choice of words that you use, each ad would have a different cost associated to acquiring a customer. So these are just different ad types that we run, and based on how good or bad they are, they all have a different cost associated to acquiring a customer. So let me ask you this. If it cost me $18.86 to acquire a customer, and each customer is worth over $40, would you say that's pretty good? Right now, imagine, so how do I make that happen? So in the middle over here is where you see the sales process. You see, in order for me to sell this book, and by the way, I'm going to show you examples how this can be applied to literally anything. Could be a physical product, could be a digital product, could be services, could be high ticket. So how does this sales process look like? The first page, when a person goes to the site, platform closing, it basically says you can get a copy of this book where I will reveal to you how do you sell online, offline without being salesy, pushy, and manipulative. And I talk about this script that I've used both online and offline that's generated me millions of dollars. And you can have a copy of this book. All you need to do is cover shipping. On this page, 24.48% of people take me up on this offer. Now, how do I know this number? I know this number because the platform, the software which I use, and I'll talk more about that, tells me that number. They tell me that 38,409 people have visited this page, of which 9,401 people gave me their name and email. Okay, so this is step number one. Now on this step, you can see over here that the average cart value is still $0. Why is that the case? It is because right now, at this point in time, they have not taken out their credit cards and given me money yet. Right, this is just the first step. The next step, 5.24% of people will actually take out their credit cards and pay me $7.95 or $14.95, depending on where they live. Out of 38,000 people have visited, 2,014 people bought. Right? That's why it's 5.24%. Right now, based on average, this is how much a customer is worth. They're worth $11.89, right? Some people are based in the US, some people are international, and prorated, on average, they're worth $11.89. So let me ask you this. So let's say I sold this book for $15, the same way how most people would sell books. If you sold the book for $15 and it was all net profit, and you didn't even take into account the cost of printing and shipping, and it cost you $18.86 to acquire a customer, would you leave this ad running? If it cost you $18.86 to acquire a customer and the customer is worth $15, you wouldn't, right? Because you would be bleeding money if you kept that ad on. This is where the magic happens through the sales process. So in the sales process after that, we have this next thing called an order bump that says, yes, Peng Joon, I would like to upgrade as well, and it's a $37 upgrade. Guess what? 25% of people take me up on an offer. How do I know that? Again, the system tells me that. Then after that, the next thing is I have an upsell. Now, what is an upsell? An upsell is like going to McDonald's where the staff is trained. Would you like fries with that? Would you like to supersize it? Would you like to go large, right? First upsell, $47, okay? After that, I've got a $197 offer. 5.73% of people take me up on that offer. We launched a $997 product. So I added this in the members area. This was totally new. This is literally where I went on a flip chart and I say, hey, it's Peng Joon here. I want to congratulate you for ordering this book. Now, depending on where you live, this book might take 1 or 2 weeks for it to reach you, but rather than waiting 1 or 2 weeks, let's start your training right now. So I went in front of flip chart, I just taught for about an hour plus, and at the end of that training, I sold a $997 digital product, and that converts at 0.55% of the time. So this brings up the average cart value and how much a customer is worth to $48.67. How many of you would agree that that's a pretty good business model? We make $48.67 every time we give a free book away. You could be thinking, well, Peng Joon, I have no intentions to become an author. Look, this is not about books. It's not. This book could be anything. If you are in the beauty market, this could be a makeup brush that you source from China, from Alibaba or AliExpress, and you gave it out for free to an audience where they just covered the cost of printing. You see, this sales process is just one of many sales processes that I use. This is known as a free plus shipping. I know exactly each different ad that I run, what is the cost to acquire a customer, and because I know how much an average customer is worth, every time they go through this sales process, that's how I scale my business. So one of the things that I've included here in this video, in this training, is in the description below. I'm literally going to show you how you can build up these sales process really, really easily, strategically, without being a programmer, designer, or coder, okay? And then I'm gonna show you literally what are the different sales process that I use, literally copy and paste these exact funnels, just change the images, change the words. All these funnels will be transplanted into your account. Would you like that? So let me just quickly explain to you how this process works. In the description box below, you'll see a link. It's the first one. It says pengjoon.com/click. You will literally be taken to a page that's called ClickFunnels. And basically, ClickFunnels is the platform that I use that helps me understand my numbers. At the same time, also publish these pages really, really easily without being a programmer, designer, coder, or being technical about it. And once you open your free trial account, one of the things that will happen is my team will be notified, but much more than that, after that you'll see a second link. Okay, the second link in the description box below, you'll see it says pengjun.com/book funnel. Now, when you key that in one click, this entire funnel will be transplanted into your account. This means you'll have the same exact copy for the free plus shipping, for the order bump, for the upsell 1, upsell number 2, so that all you need to do is literally change the images, change the words so that you can customize it regardless of what market, what niche you're in. Now understand something. This is not theory. This is an actual funnel that's $1 million funnel that you can tweak and customize. And what if I told you I'm also going to over deliver by literally showing you how you can use this and utilize this for any other market. So for example, webinar funnels, all of the different registration page, the thank you page, the live webinar, the replay page, that's also going to be in the description box below. The link is down below. What if I also showed you that you can utilize this the same way how I utilized it to sell my high ticket products? Okay, so this is an application funnel. I'm going to walk you through and I'm going to give you, not just train you, but actually give you the actual funnels that I use that has generated me millions of dollars. I only have one request. Please, because these are actual funnels that I use with my face in there, please swap out my face in there, change the words to customize it so that it actually makes sense for your industry and your niche, right? So the person who can pay most to acquire a customer will win, and you'll win this war if you can make a customer worth more to you. How do you make your customer worth more to you? It is when you have a sales process and when you understand the numbers in between. So here's what I would like you to do right now. I would like you to go ahead and claim your free trial account so that you can start playing around with it to see for yourself how easy it is to build up sales funnels. I want you to start thinking which sales process resonates most with you. In fact, let me know in the comments below. Is it a free plus shipping funnel? Is it a webinar funnel? Is it a high ticket funnel? Is it an application funnel? I've included these funnels in the link below. And finally, make sure you're subscribed to this channel if you want to have more videos like this one. We're coming up with the next one, which is basically how do you create compelling offers so that you can start building that sales funnel around an offer. I hope that this video has given you value. Go ahead, start taking action right now, start implementing, and I will see you in the next video.